My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little awkward. I left my dog outside, and she didn't complain. I can hear, and she didn't bitch about not being in, so I just forgot she's out there. She doesn't usually spend a great deal of time out there, and so I had to spend a few minutes with her because she was very sad. And now I'm getting text. Of course I am. That is my girlfriend saying that we can play more Grim Dawn tonight. Go figure. Alright, let's jump right back in here. Where were we? We are loaded with crap. We should probably do something with this, like sell it all. I'm going to stash at least a few of these items, because I would like to try, a couple of the other character types at some point. So we'll throw this in here, and yeah, maybe that too. Sure. And why not that as well? I mean, hey, right? That's fine. Sell some of this crap.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Let's see, we are not yet respected. I don't know how much further we have to go. Let's see. Oh, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left. Put it to good use.
There we go. Squall. Lightning damage? It's a relic. I didn't even look at what the last thing is, but it's called Glacier, so it was probably another relic. There we go. Silly, silly, silly. Didn't look at this. Cunning, experience, and fire resistance. Sure. Yeah. Definitely. That ain't bad at all. Okay. Great. Now let me look at this dude again here. Was there some sort of deconstruction thing? I feel like there was, and I've already forgotten. Who was it? I think there was somebody who would pop stuff out of your items.
Do the best I can.
Is it not him? No, I guess not.
Bring me back.
What was I thinking of? What was I thinking of? Not her. Oh, the guy out there, maybe. Maybe? We'll check that out in a minute. Yeah, you can stash all this crap. Oh, and I think I was gonna save that. I don't think that's for me, since it, well, no, yeah, I think I did determine that was actually not bad. So maybe.
I'll keep an eye out.
We'll play it by ear. And let's go. Was it you? No?
See you around. I'll give you
It's
a good
just a
price.
different dealer. I don't remember. I would swear there was somewhere you could take your stuff. Maybe it was her. The inventor?
Broken down?
Yeah. Strip component parts and augments from items. You salvage the item, any augments applied will be removed. So I guess that just removes like your bonus stuff that's on them, I guess. It's not salvage in the same way that it, you know, Diablo 3 does salvage,
See you around.
I guess. We'll mess with that more later. I'm not too worried about it for the time being. Alright, let's check out the rest of this cellar. And that would have been a quick text if autocorrect had not been a dumbass. Okay, let's do it. I kind of wish I had more time to read those tooltips. Every time I see one that's actually kind of interesting, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe, and then it's gone. Alright, this looks like a big arena type thing. Underground transit rift, alright. Cool. Is this not his lab then? No, I guess not. I guess that little, like, orchestra hit sound is part of the music. I find that really annoying. It calls too much attention to itself. I don't think it's a sound effect. I can't actually be sure of that, though. Wow. Huh. That seems pretty good for being one-handed, and it actually has +5 DPS. That must be nice. I may have to save that for another character. Draining Iron Howdah. Abandoned storerooms. I didn't realize we'd even switched areas here. Seems like this is going to be a large area. Okay, I guess this is a dead end. Barring any secret... Aha! Aha! Always pays to check. Come out somewhere? Yep. Oops. That's... What did I just... I don't know what I just did. I think I must have drank an energy potion? Yeah. Yep. Oh, so this actually was connected and I just failed to notice? Apparently. Now we're back to underground transit. Okay, this must be on the way to the lab then. Alright. This is actually bringing back memories of Baldur's Gate. Just kind of, I don't know, the general look of this sort of mine style area. That's what it's making me think of. Some stairs. Okay. An untouched meal. Which we didn't really need, but sure, why not? And... maybe that is a cue. Maybe the orchestra hit is a thing signifying that like a trap has been sprung or something like that. And it may be inordinately loud because it may be linked to the sound effect library rather than the music, which I have turned down a touch. I generally like to put the music further into the background, so that would explain why it's overly loud. Kind of a weird choice for a sound effect, but that would explain why it sticks out as much as it does. Oh, I love those Grenados. I love them so. Yeah, there's actually a number of secrets here. Just this tiny room? Okay, cool. I guess let's just head down. Or not. One thing I forgot is you can actually rotate the camera. This is not fixed. So, I don't really see any reason to do that, generally speaking, but I forgot until I just accidentally happened to hit the key. It's like, oh yeah, you can rotate the view. Hello. That can't possibly be as good as this, at least not here, where we are fighting lots of ethereals. Hey guys. Mark of Dreeg, the lidless eye. That actually could be a really nice partial component. So my question at this point is, will the Warden be a boss? I'm kind of betting he's going to be the boss of this area. fellas. It's funny, the dog doesn't attack them when they're mind controlled. I guess they're temporarily friendly. He's like, nah. Okay, so once we go around, that'll be it. I think we already actually went through these rooms, so alright. Let's be done. Just a little bit more over here to go. It looks like. Some more goodies. What is this? Oh, I don't know. I like the cunning, and that's a lot of cunning on that thing, so maybe not. I won't be using shield or a revolver, so that's not a big deal. Got another chest over here. Oh boy. Wow, that's a lot of armor. That is a ton of armor. Still just don't think it's as good. I just don't think it is. I don't know how effective armor is in this game. Like, I don't know. But again, it doesn't really matter because we're never at a point where it's like, oh man, we're getting brutalized. So it doesn't really matter. I think keeping it at offense is always a valid strategy at this point. Sorry, can't leave a crate. Okay, maybe the orchestra hit isn't linked to anything. That one just happened. Maybe it was a coincidence before, although that one didn't seem as loud either. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Anything good? Not really. Oh boy, that's a lot more armor. Physique doesn't increase your, Oh, I leveled. I didn't even notice. Yeah, that's just health. So that doesn't really matter. So, cunning it is. Okay, what was I looking at doing? I don't even remember anymore. Canister bomb? An explosive packed with more explosives. I like the description. This devilish contraption is capable of laying waste to an entire field of enemies. I wonder how this works. Oh, I actually have a devotion point that I haven't spent, too. Good grief. Elemental damage. let's see. I completed that. And this was just for, plus the damage, some extra spirit, some offense, and pet damage. So let's go with this. I mean, fire damage, that's like the thing for us, right? So, I mean, not to hear our chart tell it, because according to it, we don't do any fire damage, which is bullshit. Where is the fire? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it still says 0. It's so weird. So weird. Oh, hey, look, there's a shrine. Yeah, you can take my crystals. Drop me some crap I didn't need. Oh, well, let's keep rolling here. Physique and elemental resistance, that's good, I guess. And extra elemental damage. Okay. Now the question is, what do I do from here? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. Why do I keep doing that? Some pretty good sound effects in this game, too. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. Bring it on. Bring it on. Lots of ether crystals. Got frozen. All right. Well, I don't know how much bigger this place is. Alright, 22 already. Well, I guess that's because I hadn't spent my point before. So let's spend it now. More cunning, please. And let's level up our grenados. Because why not? And one more there. I do love the grenades. Okay. Yeah, actually, when I was mentioning the sound effects, apparently some of it's actually ripped off from Titan Quest. And I don't mean ripped off in the sense that, like, they stole it. I mean, they own the property, I believe. Actually, I'm not positive about that. I thought they did buy it at some point, but I don't know. I think someone else has been working on an update to Titan Quest, which I want to say is on Steam now, but I think Crate did reacquire the rights to everything. But I'm real glad they didn't do another Titan Quest game, because Titan Quest was cool, but a new IP is welcome. But yeah, apparently they pulled some assets from that, I guess. I didn't play enough Titan Quest to really pay attention, but apparently people who have played a lot back in the day, they recognize some sound effects here. Not like to a ridiculous extent, but I guess they did do some. Which makes sense, you know, for a team of people this small, and they didn't just use them verbatim. That was what I read, was that they had all been, like, it wasn't really viewed as negative because all the sound effects had actually been altered in some form. They weren't just used verbatim. They'd been, like, you know, pitch shifted and slowed down or sped up, or, you know, they had been manipulated in some fashion. But I guess some people had played enough of the original to notice despite that. And I think that's fine, like, who cares? When you have that small a team, it only makes sense to get help where you can when you're putting together a game that is this big. I mean, this is a pretty big game for, you know, for a very small team to be making. There's 4 acts, and we're not even... I'm thinking this is probably going to be the end of the first act. That's my guess. But yeah, like, and they're working on expansions and, you know, the whole 9 yards. So I want to say there's 2 planned expansions, if I'm not mistaken. And because I was a backer at a certain level, I get them for free. I paid at a, you know, somewhat higher level, and thus I get those expansions for free, which was a little risky because at the time, you know, really didn't know, like, is this game really going to get funded? If it does, is it going to go well? But I believed in the guys working on this. They had a proven pedigree, you know. They'd worked on Titan Quest, which was a game that was taken very seriously. People really liked... Oh, shit. Well, I guess we're going back around. People liked Titan Quest a lot. And it was a worthwhile game in the sort of, you know, Diablo clone pantheon. Which had a unique setting and did some nice things of its own. So I thought it would go well. And it did. This turned out to be a solid game. I would say a better game than Titan Quest. Just, obviously it's a little early to say that definitively, but from what I remember of Titan Quest and what I've played of this so far, I think ultimately this will work out to be the superior title. Alright, this guy's got some health on him. But not enough. My goodness, he dropped a lot of stuff. Can't use that. Nah. That is a pretty big weapon. Seems to me that this, the burn damage, the fire damage, from my little Blackwater cocktails here, that's what's doing like more damage than anything else. I've stacked enough of that fire buff, I guess, that it is quite damaging. More so than just, you know, even my my grenados here. I hear somebody fighting. See how, like, just watching them walk over it, they take a lot of damage just from that. Some more dudes up there. Ah, Slay Warden Krieg. I was correct. The Warden will be the boss. Yeah, this really looks good. This is a nicely put together area here. You compare this to, like, the first thing I think of is the I can't even think of what you call it, Leoric's, like, torture chambers in Diablo 3. And, like, you know, it's kind of the same vibe, like, but just this, the dark nature of this, as silly as it may seem to say, is just better done, you know? I was initially one of those people who was real down on Diablo 3 for looking cartoony. I was like, no, this is not what I want. I don't want, like, a, you know, World of Warcraft looking game out of my Diablo sequel. I just don't. And in hindsight, that was a little silly because the game really looked fine. It did a great job. You know, some people may not have liked it as much, and that's totally valid. But it looked good. You know, they did a good job with it as far as what it was. I didn't find it offensive. It still looked like a dark fantasy game. It was just a little cartoony compared to Diablo 2 and Diablo 1, I guess. But ultimately, like, it didn't feel nearly, it didn't look like a WoW clone, you know what I mean? It didn't look like World of Warcraft, really. It was just some of the features were less realistic, you know? It looked a little more exaggerated, but it still worked. Second entry, I don't think we found a first one yet, so... Oh, well, there's the fourth page of the Chthonic Heresy. We'll check these out in a minute. But yeah, like, even saying that, that Diablo 3 wasn't that bad, etc., like, this does appeal to me more. It just does. It just does. I think it's a better looking game for that art style. For whatever reason, the environments are just more compelling. At least, I should say, in the sense that these, like, these darker areas, these kind of more like, hey, look, this is a lab, this is a torture chamber, like that kind of stuff, like, they pull it off better. that stuff just felt weird in Diablo 3. Like, Diablo 3 was strewn with corpses and, you know, the cultists sacrificing everybody, and there was blood and gore hanging off of everything. And it just kind of looked a little silly. Like, it did. I don't know. Again, I didn't think it was bad or anything. It looked a little silly. It was a little silly. This feels more something. I'm gonna run back to town, I guess. So yeah, say what you will. Like, something like this would look fine in Diablo 3. Like, they did a really good job with sort of the, you know, the towns and the fields and the more natural settings. Like, they really looked great. And, like, you know, this stuff is a little more drab in this game. Like, I mean, it's kind of meant to be in some ways. Like, the actual art design is a little more drab. But, yeah, Diablo 3 really carried that stuff off with aplomb.
See anything you like?
But at the same time, it didn't do as good a job with some of that other stuff. Not to say that anything looked particularly bad. I really didn't feel that anything in that game looked bad. You know, it was a quality game on the whole. A lot of effort obviously went into that stuff, and these guys don't have nearly the resources. So the game clearly doesn't look quite as good, you know, by comparison. But even still, there is something cool here. I guess I'll stick this in my item transfer. I don't know about this. I guess I'll just stick it in here as well. Yeah, but anyway, that's impressed me. I can actually use these in my other game. Stick these in the item transfer too. Boy, it would really be nice if there was a way to transfer these quickly. Alright. Well, let's read the last bit here. Justice, my brothers, justice shall be swift and merciless, for it was tempered with faith, blood, and fear. Justice shall descend upon the heretic, unforgiving and relentless. Those that take up arms against the Chthonian shall become the fiery vengeance of divine retribution. Those that call the Chthonian God shall taste righteous flame. Justice be done. I'm guessing that probably didn't work out so well for those guys, since we have not seen any of them. Can I read this again? Already known. Then why'd you give me two of them? I suppose I'll just go drop it back in the dungeon somewhere. Can I use this yet? I don't think so. I think I need... They do not yet trust me with their innermost needs. Respected. Which I imagine we're still a ways off from. Yeah, we really are. Although, let's take a look here. Making some progress on these guys. Oh, I'd love to get to hostile with the Chthonians. Alright. That's everything. I want to see if I can find that other guy's first note before I read the second one. They're way up here. No, we already got that. And I'm just going to dump that. I don't know why I ended up with a duplicate. Oh, it just vanished. man. That's great. I love how many of them are just tightly packed in these little rooms. It's really great for a guy with explosives, such as myself. Oops. I gotta say, the warden made a lot of zombies. I mean, if these are all prisoners or whatever, like, holy crap. That jail did not look all that big. These people had some societal issues if there were this many prisoners. And that must have taken some time and dedication to turn them all into zombies. Like, for real, man. Did I miss anything? I did miss something. We didn't go down here. Oh gosh, I'm a little lost. Gethrin's final entry. Well, where's his first one? I really like how you can hear the clock when you stand next to it. That's such a nice little touch. Little things like that are really cool. Good boy, we got a lot of guys here. I'm definitely seeing a little chug, which is crazy to me. That there could be chug on this rig like this. Wowza! Hello, time to go. Alright. Yeah. We got some dudes here. Oops. Where'd that dude go? Did he just like blink out of existence? Or did he teleport? Hello? Anybody? He was right there. It didn't look like he died. He just disappeared. Maybe he got far enough from his starting point and it just like warped him back? Huh. Well, that was one of them. Yeah, there's the other one. Right there. That's super weird. Alright, we'll get some stuff. Alright. Lots of like cauldrons. Don't bother getting up, man. It's all good. Yeah, some of the destructible stuff is a nice touch too. Like, yeah, not everything is destructible, but it's cool that some of it is. I wasn't really expecting any of it to be. Man, there's definitely some people in here. I just want to keep taking pot shots from in here. That's totally okay with me. Can they just not get out the door? Or I think he can't get out the door. I think that's actually what it is. That was sad. I feel bad for those guys. But death is only the beginning, guys. So it's okay. Physique, energy. Just like that cunning too much. That's a probably pretty decent one-hander. Greaves, no. Eh. Wowza. The inner laboratory. Yeah, they were pretty conservative with the like amount of enemies. I mean, you know, they were good-sized packs and stuff in the earlier goings of the game, but like now you can just feel the whole game starting to ramp up. It's like you can feel it coming into its stride. Like it knows what it is at this point. It doesn't have to teach you anything anymore. It can just throw in these huge groups at you, and you know, we're getting some like proper dungeons, not just, you know, these dinky little, oh hey look, it's a cave, or, you know, well, those are fine, but the game is starting to show us its, I guess, its formula. You know, you can start to feel like the main design coming to light. And enemy numbers are kind of a tricky thing in a game like this, actually. Like, you want a ton of enemies. You do. Because that's where the satisfaction really is in mowing through these huge hordes of bad dudes. And yet at the same time, you don't want too many. You know, you don't want the player to get totally bogged down and lose track of everything. And that was one thing, actually. Like, this game seems more readable somehow to me. And that could change as time goes on, certainly. But for now, this game seems a bit more readable to me than Diablo 3. That was a game where I would lose track of my character a lot. And in this one, I haven't had that problem nearly as much. It was much worse on the console for Diablo 3, I will say that. Obviously here, you know, you're always centered to your character. But on a console, you know, you got multiple people on screen, and so I used to lose track of my character there a lot. And, you know, not as much on the PC. Since you're always centered, you always kind of know where you are, but this still feels more readable somehow. I don't know if it's just the use of color or what, but I feel like I would lose myself a little bit less, even if I was sharing screen real estate with another player. Although one thing that is not in this game's favor, as far as that visual stuff goes, is that the characters look very similar to one another. Like the armors and stuff are not super impressive. It's not like, ooh, check out this cool, you know, whatever that I just got. Like, yeah. And again, small team, of course that's going to be the way it is. Like, of course. Art, especially, more so than many things, is necessarily limited by the size of your staff. And just the amount of time that you have to put into it. Chris Barassa of Darkest Dungeon fame, like, that dude did an astounding amount of art for one guy. He really did. And it was all top-notch. Like, it looked really good. They really wrung everything they could out of the art style that they chose, and I suspect that has a lot to do with why they chose the art style that they did, knowing that, you know, there was only so much that they were going to be able to do with one guy. But this game, same thing. They did a great job on the whole. But there is noticeably less variety than there might have been otherwise. And even what variety is here isn't that visually different. Like I say, playing with Heather, I kind of noticed just like, yeah, our characters don't really look all that different. They're just kind of various shades of brown and spiky, and, you know, the helmets are a little different, but it doesn't equate to a real substantial feel, I guess. And that's okay. I'm not really holding the game too responsible for that, because, you know, when you only have a few people, it just is what it is. And I'd like to see more increase in sort of that visual variety by the end of this game, but I kind of suspect that won't really be the case. There may be some like real high level armor, you know, that they put a bit more effort into, but I did at one point see some fairly high level characters that were like level, you know, 50 something, or I don't even know what the cap is, honestly. But people who had capped things out before the game actually went live, and they looked largely the same as what I look like right now. So that is a little bit of a bummer. But I went in with that assumption anyway, that there would be certain aspects of this game that just wouldn't look as good. Excuse me. But I've actually been impressed by the visuals on the whole, despite a little bit of lack of variety, which can't be helped. Overall, it looks great. It really does. You know, it looks real nice. I would like it if it performed slightly better. It feels like it could perform a little better for what it is. But I should probably look at my settings again and, yeah, maybe mess around a little more. I don't remember exactly what I set everything to. I might be able to tone a few things down that aren't as important. But this is a pretty nice rig, so the fact that this has any issues at all, I do find a little weird. I just built this thing, and I spent, you know, like, I don't know, 2,300 bucks on it. It's not a cheap system. Core i7, oh, I can't even remember the designation because I always lose track of the numbers. 57 something. Again, I forget what the numerical designations of all those are. Okay, this is just taking us back around, although... Oh yeah, and there's the clock in there. Okay. But yeah, so, you know, this system is not a lightweight. It's, I got an R9 390 in it. And 16 gigs of RAM, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's a... not a colossal powerhouse or anything, but it's a nice system. One that, generally speaking, I can just safely, on most games, just crank everything up to the max and it plays more or less flawlessly. So it's a little surprising to see some slowdown here, but you know. Let's zoom in and see some of these grisly details here. Yeah, look at all that stuff. Yeah, I think they really did a nice job, you know? Like, even these simple models, there's a attention to detail here, you know? Like these little charts and stuff here, those are really nice looking. You know? They're not like super muddy textures or anything, they look nice. You can make out some detail there. And like, you know, this little chandelier, like it's got some facets to it. And it looks good. I'm really quite impressed. More so as I go, since those initial areas were kind of a little bland. Zan Brand's notes? Maybe we should just start reading some of this stuff. I was going to try and find the first note from that other dude, but I don't know, we must have missed it somewhere. Where? I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've covered everything here. Ah, right there. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? I didn't realize we'd missed anything. God, I do not feel like going that far. I wish it showed us the rift gates. Where's the rift gates at, man? I know we found some around here, but why won't it show it on the map? That's frustrating. Well, maybe I'll try and warp back later. Real quick. Oh, hello. Cut down these numbers a bit. Oh god, there's so much loot. It's just so much. A little overwhelming. No. Nope. No. No. Do we actually Say, I don't think we killed everybody down here, did we? Oh yeah, those explosions. They're so good. They really are. They're so good. I need to go look at the actual, like, credits for this game at some point. Just to see how many people actually worked on it. So I know it was a small team. I want to say I heard the figure like 9 people at some point, but I don't specifically recall. Nah. It's kind of looking like everything. Is there something down there we could actually go to? No, it's just decorative. Over here, big empty room. Secret passage? Anybody? No, guess not. Okay, let's stop and take a quick look at our notes here. Alright. Get Brand's notes. Gethrin's notes, sorry. We entered stage 2 of our trials today, but the results were not what I had anticipated. We progressed to the point where the corpses can endure for months, possibly years, with minimal, mostly external deterioration. Our ethereal overseer seemed satisfied, and he, or it, unexpectedly placed his hand upon one of the corpses and released a spark of ethereal energy. The thing began to move as if it were alive again. It was a ghastly sight. What I found far more troubling, though, is that these corpses are clearly not meant to serve as ethereal hosts. It has become known to me that they prefer living hosts. The sheer number of corpses they are hauling through here suggests a far worse realization. An army. Okay. This will be my last entry as I have determined to end my life. I cannot bring myself to carry out these abominable experiments any longer. I may have already doomed humanity with my actions, though I have long felt shunned by my fellows at the Academy and thought the Ethereals could offer me something greater. I can no longer be a part of this. I fear that if they find my body, they will use me for their experimentation, so I must be discreet. Returning as one of those things would be unbearable. And here we have Zanbrandt's notes. My colleague Gethrin took his life today, that short-sighted fool. He could never see the big picture, and this project was no different. Gethrin could not fathom the glorious vision of the Ethereals and the role we will play as early human collaborators. This isn't about personal gain. We will elevate humanity. Certainly there has been a cost in lives, but progress always has a price. So what of the dirty masses who will perish in the glorious dawn when the Ethereals reveal themselves to the world? To the Ethereals, we are like some base primitive creature, as the Slith are to us. Those of us who will serve, or better yet, bond with an Ethereal, shall forge a new human future. That guy has been drinking the Kool-Aid. Pretty hardcore. And I'm guessing... Okay, those are some big doors. Let's go do this. Hidden laboratory. Yeah.
I've been expecting you. Why won't you die?
Whoa, whoa. Alright, this guy is kind of tough. Whoa, whoa. Alright, Warden. who isn't really the warden. Because you're really some other dude inside the warden. Yeah, he ain't no thing. Unless you got a second form, bud. This shit is over, son.
When I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Devil's Crossing. You are strong. Now, I will demonstrate my true power.
He does have a second form. I was joking. No, he really does. Okay. I actually need to pop a potion there. Man. Man. Dang. Nah, I'm just gonna be running, dude. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any standing still right here. The voice acting is kind of goofy, but that's kind of great. It's funny. Ah, that's the wrong button. Damn it. Whatever. Well, I know you don't have a third form. There's no way you have a third form, so I think you're still out of luck, my friend. Grovel attack on the rise. Ah, what? Crap.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, I know it's not ready. That was the wrong button. Don't sweat it. Yeah, well, you're an ethereal. I don't know how we kill ethereals. But I think we'll figure it out. Whoa! That was close at the end there. Well. That went okay. Let's see what we get here. Some boots. I'll pass. Gauntlets with a lot of armor. Those actually might be okay. I think those are probably okay. These ones? No. These? No. These? Yes. Okay. A little more cunning there. Let me pick my skills. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm not going to probably be upgrading this guy like all the way through. So I'm not going to want to stick that many points into a cultist. So I'll probably just stick with like these two supplementary things, I guess. I could have a raven also. I could add the raven too. Where is he? Here. The familiar. Yeah, maybe I should. If I'm not going to add any more points into this. I don't know. I'll play that by ear. For now, I kind of want to get to the next tier here. What does this get us? This does chaos and burn damage. An extra burn damage. And reduces the target's armor. And this is, yeah, I wanted to get this. I wanted to try this out. Piercing, fire damage, and burn damage. I don't know, man. I don't know how this operates. Let's check it out. $60 burn damage over 2 seconds. Oh, well, let's also get this. because there's no reason not to at least put a point into this, right? And get some whatever off of that. So, yeah. Yes, confirm changes. We don't have any more of that. Okay. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. And don't care. Those might be real nice, but that's not this character's thing. Tainted brain matter. Probably pass on those two. Ooh, hello, Void Blade. Epic one-handed. I bet you that's real nice. 50% chance. 15 isn't bad. That does a mess of chaos damage. Dang. Yeah, that could be real cool for like a Nightblade or something. Is that what they're called? Nightblades? I think. Yeesh, those people are in bad shape. Okie dokie. Well, is that it? It looks like it. Nothing else to grab here? No? Nothing? Okay, well now we just report back to Cap Bourbon. Yeah. Let's head out. Actually, real quick, I just want to jump back to this rift and see where I failed to... Yeah, it's right here. Good. Oh, hello. Look at all this stuff we missed. I knew there had to be more to his story. Yeah, and I want to change this to my new... Where is it? Canister bomb. It is another thrown... Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, good thing we stopped back here. Just found a couple of decent items there. Alright. But, surprisingly, no first journal entry for Gethrund. And I was convinced that that's where it would be. But it doesn't appear so. What did I miss? What did I miss? I'll make a quick sweep. I'm not going to try and take forever looking for this or anything, but I just want to see if I happen to miss anything else around here. I'm a total completionist. I'm terrible about it, to be honest. It's something I've tried to curb. There we go. Let's take a look at his first entry. It is unclear why ethereals are so interested in tissue preservation. One of my colleagues has posited that they may intend to use human corpses as vessels for possession when they bring more of their kind into our realm. Wagon loads of corpses continue to stream in day and night. The sheer quantity is staggering, and I begin to suspect that they are not merely executed criminals, as we've been told. You suspect right. Actually, let's see what else we have here. Missive to Warden Krieg. Warden Krieg, excuse this crude form... Ooh, no collector. Achievement. This crude form of communication. I am far to the north, and it seems my thoughts are unable to reach you. In all future material correspondence, we will use our host names and common human language forms. I write looking for clarification of recent perplexing reports on your conduct. Is it true that you have been incarcerating and tormenting humans? What is the purpose for this? It would seem that your host's predilections are affecting your own behavior. You must bring this under your control and cease this superfluous activity. Your role is to facilitate our laboratories with the collection of corpses. Limit yourself to the parameters of this task or you will be recalled. Interesting. Alright, so... Inquisitor Creed's 5th entry. Krieg has gotten the better of me, and I am presently at his mercy, imprisoned beneath his manor. Seeing no other way to progress in my investigation, I forced my way into the locked portion of the manor, and found myself in a veritable house of horrors. The unusual sorcery on the lock should have been my first clue that I was dealing with something more extraordinary than some rogue occultist. My search led me through a room filled with the rotting bodies of men and women subjected to brutal torture or horrible experimentation, or perhaps a mix of the two. Behind the manor, I found a door leading down into the earth beneath the estate, where I found myself quickly lost in an implausibly large dungeon. It wasn't long before I sensed things moving in the darkness all around me, and they quickly closed in, surrounding me. As I prepared to fight for all I was worth, Creed's massive form emerged from the shadows, his face expressionless. He spoke coolly, as though nothing at all was out of the ordinary, and invited me to tour his facility. While I had no doubt that something unpleasant was planned for me, it at least delayed my confrontation with the living horrors gathering in the dark. I've lingered in this dank cell for one long, unsettling day and a night of terrors. Krieg allowed me to witness the process by which they were preserving human bodies for what he calls the glorious dawn. I have gotten glimmerings of another consciousness within Krieg, which is joined with or possibly in control of him. From the way he spoke, it's clear that this is only some small part of a greater conspiracy, and I suspect many other persons in key positions have been possessed by things akin to that which now inhabits Krieg. I was arrogant in my initial handling of Krieg, and seriously misjudged the power and scale of the threat we are faced with. Fortunately, Krieg's own arrogance has likewise led him to misjudge the resourcefulness of his prisoner. He has invited me to ascend beyond humanity by pledging myself to his cause, or to join his inventory of embalmed corpses. I have been left to contemplate this decision, but the cell, even magically warded, cannot hold the likes of me, and I have no intention of being here when Krieg returns for my answer. That's funny. Wow, that is a cool looking sword, I gotta say. I will hang on to that for somebody. And that's a really cool looking shield too. Prismatic Warden's Bulwark of the Eagle. Very cool. Alright. Well, I think we can safely just teleport back now. So yeah, this must be the summoning circle that Inquisitor Creed left by. So yeah, that's cool. I wonder if we'll meet him. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe we'll actually get to meet him at some point. That would be pretty cool. Okay, let's do something. I don't know. God, look at all this shit. There is a lot of it.
Safe storage, no question.
Let's start piling these in here. Item transfer. Stick that in there. Stick that in there. I have way too much crap. I really have way too much crap. Look at all this nonsense. It's crazy. Those I guess I'll keep. Actually, you know, I may need this stuff, actually. Possibly. So I may be opening up a new area, which may require some scrapping stuff. I'm just selling all this stuff. I don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent for anybody else. I just want it gone. That's... Venom Fang oil. Poison damage over 5 seconds, blah blah blah. I never use stuff like that in games like this.
See you around.
Okay.
I'll keep you stashed.
Oh boy. Well. Okay, warning, Grubble attacks. The Office of the Magistrate of Burwich has received increased reports of Grubble activity in the area. Citizens are advised to secure their homes as Grubbles are known to steal loose scraps and valuables. While encounters with individual Grubbles rarely lead to injury, it is highly advisable that citizens avoid larger gatherings of the foul beastkin. Grubble encampments are characterized by heathen totems and piles of stolen property. If you discover the presence of Grubble totems in your area, do not approach them. Report the camp to proper authorities immediately. Okay. Hello. Who's this dude?
Move along. I'm here to speak with the captain.
Sure. I'm pointing my gun at your face, you realize. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Mr. Bourbon.
Is it finished? Is the warden dead?
I tracked him down and took his life.
The warden's defeat is a great victory for us, nay, for all of humankind. But there are many more ethereals out there, some much more powerful than Krieg. Perhaps more disturbing, though, there are those of our own kind who would see us dead to take what little we have, or just for the pleasure of killing. Among the innocent who passed through this prison on their way to Krieg's lab were many violent criminals, murderers, and worse. Many of them escaped to the northwest after the grim dawn, forming into ruthless gangs who prey upon drifters still traveling the roads. Since a river separates us and them, they have not been a problem thus far. Except we need farmers to get back to the business of growing food before we all starve to death. The farmland that supplied this region is to the northwest, and we need to secure a hold there. Mornay recently returned from Old Arkovia to the northwest and can give you details on the outlaw situation and what needs to be done. I realize that you have been through much in recent days, but we cannot rest just yet.
Okay, I'll speak to him. Wow, we got a lot of rep out of that. So now we're looking, yeah, all right, 2,000 more to get to respected.
I trust that you are handling everything all right.
I have some questions. How was Mornay able to explore Old Arkovia? The bridge was destroyed after his trek north. We thought he died out there, but it seems it takes more than bandits and ravenous beasts to bring down old Mornay. What will happen to Burwich now? I imagine that in time we'll reclaim it for humanity. The area is still overrun with the dead, though, so we'll have to move carefully. How long do you think we can hold out here? The supplies we've got I expect will last at least a couple months on strict rations. The prison itself is in a solid defensible position with plenty of space to provide shelter for our people. I would not plan on leaving here unless we absolutely had to. That all may change, though, when our food supplies start running out. Okay, that's all. Alright, let's talk to Mornay.
So you must be the kid that's causing a stir in my absence. You've done good by dispatching Krieg. I knew that man in life. I dread to think of what he had become as an ethereal.
Captain Bourbon said to speak with you about the outlaws.
Aye, an old mess has come back to finally bite us right in the ass. The river's kept them at bay for now, what with a broken bridge. It seems the bastards have garnered a taste for the one hole in the world they were once so eager to escape. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're at war, and if we don't take the fight to them, they will surely bring it to us. I'd much rather fight on my own terms. Wouldn't you?
What's the plan of action?
Before we do anything, we'll need to get that bridge repaired. Got men ready to do the work and some scrap to get you started. Just need to provide the remaining raw materials. Once that's all finished, I need you to enter the Arkovian foothills and show those bastards we're not a prize for the taking. Last I saw of them, they were mobilizing for something big across the river. Why don't you head on over there and introduce yourself?
What happened during your expedition to the northwest? I set out with another scout, Elsa, to reconnoiter the lands to the northwest shortly after we had secured Devil's Crossing, and what we found was a wasteland overrun with predatory beasts, blood-hungry psychopaths, and refugees living in constant terror on the run. Our mission together ended when a vicious band of outlaws surprised us in the night. Elsa had argued against having a fire that night, but I was sure we were concealed. I wasn't cautious enough, and she paid the price. Well, that's great. I thought I could protect her from anything, but when it came to it, I was felled by a bullet to the ribs before the fighting even broke out. Elsa fought on like a devil, taking down 2 of the outlaws before they knocked her out. They took her with them and just left me there to die. I couldn't give up knowing those thugs had Elsa. I hobbled and then crawled, trying to make my way back to Devil's Crossing, but arrived only to find that the bridge had been destroyed. I collapsed in despair and thought it was the end of me. I awoke sometime later in what remained of a little fishing village on the coast. A band of rovers had found me and treated my wounds. As soon as I could stand, I grabbed a dingy rowboat and made my way back to Devil's Crossing. I'll be damned if I'm going to abandon Elsa to torture or worse at the hands of those killers. She's all I've got left in this world. We need to organize an offensive, and every second counts. Don't you think you are mixing personal vendetta into this? The Grim Dawn took my wife. Elsa is like a daughter to me, and I'm not going to let her take her too. Way I see it, Devil's Crossing needs this situation resolved as soon as possible, and I want those scum dead for taking Elsa. Seems our goals align, eh? Very well. We got some iron, some scrap, and now we can go repair the bridge. Is there anything else I need to do? Not really. Check the time. At some point I'm going to have to break and actually, like, you know, walk the dog and have dinner. But for now we're going to push on because I want to. You have something new to say? Sorry I misjudged you. You do so much to keep us all safe. Just doing my part. These kids have anything new to say? Did you really make the warden go away? He was so scary. That I did. Why, you're really brave. I just do what needs to be done. Jane, I can't see you because you're under the thing, but Miss Constance said you killed the bad man who was making all the monsters. Is it safe to go outside then? There are more monsters, but I'll take care of them. Can you please hurry up, Alex? I want to go out and play. I'll get right to it. Okie dokie. Well, the only thing I have at this point is... actually, before I leave, let's take a look. See if we can't craft anything cool.
Got any more scrap metal?
Calamity. What do I have on right now? I have Calamity, which is physical damage, 5% chance of more physical damage, extra fire damage, and extra offense, and a 5% chance on attack of a burst of searing brimstone erupting from me, which does a boatload of damage. And, wait, what did that say? Completion bonus? Completion bonus. Plus 10% fire damage. What does completion bonus mean? I have no idea. So this thing... 5% chance of 62 piercing damage. Cunning attack speed. Rapid strike, begin rapidly attacking in the hopes of landing a few stray blows. Weird. I don't know, let's see if there's anything else interesting here. Like maybe some armor. I got a good belt in a while. Blacksmith crafts an enchanted item appropriate to your level of a magical or even rare quality with a bonus chance of generating extremely rare items. Okay. Foci? Offhand stuff. Squire's handguards, rare heavy armor. Need to be level 30. Explorer's trousers, those I could actually craft. 110 armor, extra physique, chance to avoid avoid melee attacks. Sorry, I'm like choking to death here. Oops. Poison and acid resistance, light, and they're part of a set. And they are epic. This is, yeah, you know what? I am totally going to try that. That sounds great. And it's just scrap and dense fur. Actually, I don't think I have any dense fur.
Go on now.
I'm not sure. Let's see, do we have dense fur?
No questions.
We have bristly fur, no dense fur. I don't think. Yeah. Well, never mind. Guess we're not doing that. At least not just at the moment. Anything else? I don't know. Let's try a belt. Can we do a belt? Oops. I need scrap. And let's do it. Okay. And ooh, wow. Energy, cunning, energy regen, and elemental resistance. That looks a-okay. We got some accessories and stuff here. Components. Oh, can I get fur? What's it called? Dense fur? Dense fur. I need chilled steel, scavenge plating, and bristly fur. Oh, I see. I don't actually have to run up and get it. I can just craft it from here. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do the explorer's trousers. Those are pricey. Damn. Real pricey. But that's cool. Let's do it. I like epic armor. Boom. Alright. Good stuff. Make me a little more survivable. Sell this junk off here.
Price and what I've got left. Iron well spent.
Oh, wait, what?
Good price and what I've
Oh,
got
that's not what he actually currently has. That's so frustrating. Like, he'll have a ton of extra stuff once we actually get him past a certain level, but... Hey, Ulgrim, how's it going, dude? What'll it be today? Let's take some of your soup. I don't know what that actually does. It probably just brings your constitution back, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see.
What do you want?
You keep your nose clean. Alright. I think we've said all there is to say. Now, what is... He doesn't have anything left for us to do, does he? Okay. So...
Thanks for all your help. At least we can get a decent drink, even if that drink ain't a finger of whiskey.
Is there a bridge to repair here? No, there is not. I suspect that is not a repairable bridge. It's just like, nah. Because the world map doesn't really go down here. Maybe an expansion, though. Oh, yeah, expansions. That gets me all excited. I'm more kind of excited about the idea of Grim Dawn and progressing and seeing more stuff, like much more so than I am like Diablo 3. I don't know why that is, but this bridge once connected Devil's Crossing to the Arcovian foothills to the northwest. It must be restored before you can cross it. 6 scrap and 3,000 iron bits. Done. And so now we have to kill Edmund Shanks Doyle. Alright, we can do that. Yes, we can. So we got, what here? We got Old Arcovia, Devil's Crossing, and Kaiman's Retreat. Well, I guess we're going this way. Hello? Man, you guys don't want none of this. I got bombs and shit. I got bombs, dog. Wow, okay. Now these guys are tough.
Can't do that yet.
Now these guys, I want to say, are higher level. Like to match my level. Because Heather and I unlocked this area earlier. Just kind of for kicks. Like, we haven't gotten this far. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it auto-levels guys to your level when you enter an area, and then they sort of stay there. That's possible. It's possible. I mean, I really need to... You know what? Let's do that right now. I hate to do this on stream, but I really got to rebind some of these keys. It's starting to drive me crazy. Let's do 1, 2, 3. 4. I don't know about the rest of them. Let's see, 5. Interact has been mapped to A. Interact. We'll figure that out. Alright, that's 6, and... no, that's 5. 6. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really use that anyway. 7... 8. Pickup? Why would you need a button for that? I don't know. I'm out of buttons. Yeah, you know what? We don't even need a pause button. So, okay, let's see. We need drink energy potion. Still have the camera rotate buttons. I don't know that I really need them. Would free up several buttons, which would be useful. Let's see. Also, no. Where are we here? Wow, you can have a lot of pets. That's crazy. So force move, I think, actually is what I want that to be. I think that's what I was saying before when I was complaining. Well, there's actually move and force move. So that's a little silly. Well, the only thing I can think of that I really need is a button for this. And I don't know what that should be. How about tilde? Okay. Force move does not work. Why doesn't that work? That's a shame. Huh. Well, that's really stupid. I don't know what the difference is. Oh, and now it doesn't work at all. That's cool. Now it's not moving, even when I have it set to... Great. Oh, that's because I must have clicked cancel? Did I click cancel? I must have. Okay, alright, well, it's good enough. Serviceable. I think we're okay. What did I just do there? Ah, that. Now I have to be careful because now I have my stuff mapped to, like, I usually use ESDF, not WASD. So that's how I played Diablo 3. I set all my hotkeys to that because that's where my hand naturally falls when I play these games. And it's easier than trying to reach up for the numbers and whatever, but... Alright, let's see here. So we got... At least it does actually tell you what the key is, so that's helpful. So we got S. We already checked E. We got F. D.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, you're right, you can't. Yeah, alright. And space for the tonic, but I don't need that because I already have a dedicated button for it. So that's fine. We may never even need half of these. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But at least now we have it set. It's just going to take me a little while to figure this out. So... yeah, that's better. I think that's better. It feels better.
skill's not ready.
Well, something better get ready. Oh, hey, look at that. I get to talk to him. He's injured. You'll pay for this. Cough. Darius wants this prison when he finds out what you've done. Edmund spits up blood. You wish I had shanked you dead. Rest in peace, scum. Can I actually, like, kill him? Nope. I guess not. Alright. It's like having a gunfight on the old corral or something here, you know? Like... Blueprint. Squire's Greaves. Rare heavy armor. Seismic blast, 100% chance when hit by a critical. Huh. Cool. That looks pretty dope. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, where I got sort of the Old West feel, like, you know. Alright, I actually want to swap these. Eat my explosives, you bastards! Alright, I need to very quickly swap those. There. That's what I want. Yeah, this feels a lot better already. I always end up hitting my skills when I have them on the number keys, even though I'm generally used to hitting number keys from years of playing, you know, Quake and Doom and stuff. You just don't do that so much anymore. Like, games don't commonly ask you to use those all that often, so... Holy smokes. That was a chest. What? Oh, wow. Here, I just built that belt, and this looks great. But it's level 24. Offensive, defensive, health regen, energy regen. Yeah, that's cool. I will be using that. Let's see here. Elemental damage, spirit, energy regen, damage reflected, skill cooldown reduction. That's not bad. It means I can throw more explosives. Yeah, I don't need that. Nah, I don't need that. Okay. Nice view down there. This game does have like some pretty kind of vistas here and there. Oh, hi guys. Hey, hey. How you doing? What's the haps? Yep, that's pretty cool. Alright, let me try this hood out. I think this is probably going to offset the lack of cunning. That's my assumption anyway. Well, we'll try it out. Oh, I can't use it yet. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, that's my bad. Should learn this, I suppose. Hello! That's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm actually getting excited just thinking about the thought of expansion packs to this game. It's like, yeah. Yeah, some expansion packs. Love that in a game like this, you know? New enemy types and... Can I actually go up here? I can. New enemy types, new gear. You know, maybe new hero classes. Who knows? Could be all kinds of good stuff. Let's try going up this way first. I think maybe this is blocked off. Yep. I'm really curious as to when I'm going to find some of that dynamite that has been talked about. So there was at least one thing that I could blow up with dynamite. And I ain't found it yet. Maybe it isn't really just like, oh, hey, you're going to find a bunch of dynamite. Maybe it's just like, no, you at one point in the story will find some dynamite, and that will let you, you know, get past that one particular area or whatever. Whoa. Hi, guys. I feel a little bad about this. You guys are just minding their own business. Sorry, dudes. It's one thing I hate about RPGs. They are too often just like animal murder simulators. Like, to a degree that never makes sense, you know? Like, why am I fighting all of these animals? Like, I don't know. Animals don't really do that in real life so much. But these, I guess, are all like crazy big demonic animals. Or like possessed or something. I don't know. Man, guys. Look out, yo.
That skill's not ready.
Well, get it ready, man. Come on. Hey, where you going? Where you going? Man, we weren't done. Oops. Okay. Void-touched iron derringer of the ether. It's the Oldenar stabilizer. This is an epic belt. Did I not just get an epic belt? I did. This one, which I can't wear yet. And that was offense and plus to damage. This is what? Defense, reduced stun duration, plus 2 to military conditioning. I wonder what that is. Sounds like a soldier thing, though. What do you want to bet? Oops. I'm not a soldier. That's my other character. Right. Right. What was that? Those actually are not terrible. But they require a boatload of physique. So, no, I guess. It's kind of weird. It's like, why build this path and then just have a rock in it? Like, I don't get it. It's strange. How's our light looking? Still got some. Still got some. Oh, and I was supposed to actually report back to Mornay. I didn't realize that. I don't want to go all the way back yet. Come on, man. My inventory's only half full. Sky Lord. Those are actually pretty cool looking. My pet was dazed or something there. A little halo. Big fella. What do we have here? Nothing? That guy seemed to have stopped working there at some point. Okay. Hyman Scripture. Oops. Would help to pick it up first, wouldn't it? They mocked us and drove us out. They called us heretics and madmen. They thought our great prophecy and purpose was fanciful and ridiculous. Woe unto them! Behold the divine wrath that has been delivered unto the unbelievers in the remaking of the world. Our prophecy has come to pass, and I hear not laughter any more. I hear only deathly silence. Doom has befallen the wicked, the ignorant, and the indolent. Only we chosen few who have trained and prepared our bodies and our souls to weather the cleansing of the world will survive and thrive amongst this death and decay. Look to your right and to your left. In front and behind you, you will see the faces of your hallowed brothers and sisters bonded together in this holy quest. We have been tasked with the sacred duty to extinguish the last remnants of corruption and reseed the purified land with our progeny so that the new dawn can arise. Take strength in each other and in the knowledge that we are destined to fulfill this divine purpose. Long we prepared for this moment, and our time of concealment is ending. We will strike forth boldly northward and to our destiny. Let not the faithless, the corrupted, or the demonic stand in our path, lest our divine wrath be visited upon them. Now muster, my children, gather only those belongings that can profit us in our holy war, and let us march forth from this humble refuge unto destiny. This guy sounds a little, perhaps, deluded. Perhaps a lot deluded. Maybe a little overly optimistic. Well, let's talk to Mr. Skinner here, whose people seem to be trapped in a building. Stand back, I'm burning this shack down. My family does not need to suffer any longer in this horrible world. Wow. Are you insane? Stay out of this for the best. Look, things are bad, but we can't lose hope. What hope is there left? Good people are dying, and the world is overrun with monstrosities we used to spook our children with. I will not have my family suffer any longer. Others have managed to survive. You can too. Let's see. Or I come from Devil's Crossing. It's safe there. Safe? What's safe anymore? We were safe out here once too. Look at this place now. We defend it. There's shelter and drinking water. Please join us. Perhaps it's the fresh start we needed. I really hope you speak the truth. Alright, take us there. Jesus Christ. Dude was about to just, like, murder his family. And he's like, well, I guess not. Maybe this is, like, a fresh start. Yeah, maybe that's better than just burning your family down, dude. Oops.
That skill's not ready.
That one takes a long time to get ready. I'm really liking this build. I love explosives. Not normally in games either, like, I don't know. A lot of times it's, you know, they're fine, but they're not that great. But I'm loving them in this game. Everything just explodes and gets set on fire so nicely. Sorry, piggies. I assume you're like possessed demon pigs or something. What does that say? Harold and Sons Cure-All. Let's say death, gas, rheumatism. Death and gas, huh? Cholera? I can't read that last one. I don't know what that is. That's a nice touch, though. Nope. This shack is in bad shape. Well, let's see, what time is it? We're almost at the 4-hour mark. We should probably call it. So we'll finish this off, head back to town. And I think we'll call it a night after that. Let's go just a little further up this way. Oh, hey, look at that. Drew Larkin. You there. Hear a dying man out, will you? What happened to you? Backstabbed by my partner, only man I thought I could trust on this forsaken hellhole. We were traveling, cart full of scrap we'd salvaged from some rundown homes. When I guess the bastard decided that splitting the profits 50-50 just wasn't going to cut it, he jumped me in the middle of the night and stabbed me right here in the gut. Made off with all the loot, left me to die out here. If you ever run into a man in a patchwork green jacket going by the name Isaiah, you cut him down for me. Will ya? Don't suppose he got too far down the road, pushing the cart by himself. Yeah, sure, I'll track down your partner. Why the hell wouldn't I? You're a quest giver. Yeah, and now my dog is bugging me for a walk, so... Wah!
That skill's not ready.
Well, get it ready, dude. Ain't got time for no bullshit. Uh-oh. Man! Okay, this is a bad situation. I think my flame stuff is probably not doing me any favors here.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, I'm just like plugging away. Slowly but surely. There we go. Okay. I got a blueprint. A ribbon of butchery. Alright, I guess that'll do it. We'll ward back home. And... sell this junk off real fast. This guy, can't use that, but my other might be able to. Yes, dog, I know, you want to go for a walk. We'll go soon, okay? We'll go soon. Alright, stick this in the item transfer. Oh god, what else? I don't know. I was going to save that for myself. This. I think I actually might try to give it to my other guy too. And is that it? I don't know anymore. That was that other belt. That one I like. But I got a level. So we'll sell the rest.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
But no. I think I looked at all these other ones. That's not horrible. Yeah, I don't care. Stalwart Raider's shoulder guard. Yeah. Wait. Were these pants something I wanted? No.
Put it to good use.
And this we need to learn. And the rest we need to store.
Got something we need stashed.
Yeah. Those and... Oh. Alright.
It's safe with me. Promise. See anything you like?
When you say it'll be safe with me, I promise, like that, it kind of makes me wonder about you.
Well, did they like our housewarming gift?
I killed the man in charge by the name Shanks.
You work fast. I like that. We'll need more of that for what's coming next.
What's our next target?
Darius Cromley. Last I've seen his face, they almost hung him for a double homicide. The warden intervened at the last minute in favor of a life sentence in Devil's Crossing. Seems there were ulterior motives after all. Darius Cromley is the devil-made manifest, devious and manipulative with a penchant for sin of every kind. He's the one running this gang, and he's the one we need to go after next.
Do you have a plan?
We have to hit them hard and fast, leave no room for a counterstrike. I've only seen a portion of their operations in the region, but they are really entrenched on the Four Hills in Old Arkovia. Shanks surely wasn't Darius's only lieutenant, so I suggest you find the rest and kill them. We don't want one of them taking over after Darius is dealt with. I don't have any names for you, but they will probably have equally clever prison names as our dead friend Shanks. But to really end this, you need to cut off the head of this operation, Darius Cromley. If what I hear is true, you will find him hiding out in the mines underneath the Four Hills. Lastly, my scouting partner, Elsa, must still be out there with them. If I venture to guess, Cromley has her in his clutches. Save her from that brute. I hear you are quite capable, so don't let me down. When you find yourself out there, I recommend you seek out a man by the name Quaid. He and his group forsook the peaceful ways of the Rovers in favor of fighting back against the outlaws. And I'm glad they did. It was Quaid's people that pulled me from the jaws of death.
What happened to Elsa? Oh, that's just his same old story. Alright, I'll get on it.
I trust that you are handling everything all right.
Yeah, alright. Well, let's see. So, we need to kill Cromley. Speak to Quaid. Oh yeah, well, now we need to speak to... I guess we do kind of just... That's probably why some of these rooms are empty initially. Yeah, and like... people start to populate them as time goes on. Thanks for the new home. Daddy seems all better too. You always said there was no more good people left in the world, but now I think he's wrong. And she smiles at you. Aw, that's cute. You're welcome. We weren't going to last much longer out there. We all knew it. Stephen just snapped one day. If you hadn't arrived when he did, thank you. You're safe now. Let's see. I'd like to thank you for talking me out of committing the biggest mistake of my life. We were struggling to survive, and I got desperate. My family deserves better. Thank you for showing me that hope still remains in this bleak world. I would like you to have this. It's a small token of our appreciation. I hope it serves you well. Thank you. Take care. Likely the most valuable item the family had ever owned. Physical damage, plus 10% physical damage, and some health. I honestly don't know if I can use that or not. Probably not. Honestly. Hate to just go pawn it. It's like, here's this thing that means a lot to us. Yeah, maybe I'll save it for a Lobby.
I'll keep an eye out.
I feel bad just pawning it immediately after being given it. Okay, and we have to discover Elsa's fate and deal with this Isaiah fellow. And I guess that's gonna do it. I guess that's gonna do it. I guess so. Yeah, well, I had a great time. This game is definitely ramping up in a very pleasing way. The difficulty has balanced quite a bit. There's harder stuff now for sure. Finding myself more challenged and having to actually use my abilities and stuff. And yeah, I'm having a great time. This game is turning out to be something special. I don't know how it'll hold up in the long term, but for now, I'm real impressed. And from what I understand, from what I've heard from other people, it definitely has legs. So that's a great thing to hear, because games like this really need it. I'll be working on a review, but that's not going to come until we finish the game. So I'm going to try to plow through as much of this I can in this next week as possible, but I got my work cut out for me. So we'll be having maybe some late nights and whatever, but we'll get there. So thank you guys very much for joining me. I had a great time. I hope you did too. I hope you will check out Grim Dawn, because I think it's great. It's a good game. And it's cheap. for the amount of content that you get for this price, man, give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Take care.